My House Tour
It's an
Part
interesting
2.
website that acts as a virtual operating system. It's set up to look and feel like an old
We
school
have
Windows
chair,
system, but it's
zoo
got its own
animals,
unique twist. Within this
beds,
virtual OS,
finally,
you'll find a few
beds,
weird applications. For instance,
stove,
there's a game that
cabinet.
basically walks
That's
inside,
basically
and there's
what's,
another feature
that's
called
all.
Virtual Girl, which is just a character that sits at the bottom of your
Yeah.
screen. As you explore deeper, you'll come across various Easter eggs and oddities. There's a few unusual gifts. There's Star Wars written in ASCII for some reason, and other fake virus apps that corrupt your fake computer in ways that can be a bit unexpected. The Library of Babel is a digital homage to a concept from a story by Jorge Luis Borges. The site and its companion, the Babel Image Archives, dives deep into the idea of infinity through text and images. It's basically the monkey typewriter theory in image form. If you sat a monkey down in front of a typewriter for all of infinity, that monkey would, given enough time, type out the full works of Shakespeare, the Bible, the script of this video, literally anything and everything. The Babel Image Archives in particular plays with the concept of creating every possible image on a 640 by 416 pixel canvas using a palette of 4,096 different colors. The numbers do get quite mind-boggling quickly, as this website basically holds every image that could ever be. From extremely mundane collages of random pixels to works of fine art. You can search for images by uploading your own, which then gets matched with a similar, though slightly altered image from the archive.
Yeah, was it cool? Was it cool? Did you find it cool? You better say yes, otherwise I will throw you out a window. Yay!
The Library of Babel contains every book that could possibly be written.
I'm joking.
Filled with both the profound and nonsensical.
I won't throw you out a window.
Despite the overwhelming odds against finding anything meaningful in this sea of random pixels, I just think it's a really interesting concept. As somewhere in this archive, there is every image you could possibly ever imagine.
Yeah, I think it was cool.
Web-based horror game launched in 2008. It was designed to
You want to see a cool thing about the beds?
spooky,
Look.
interactive experience without needing a download. The
Kaboom! Oh my gosh, I forgot that I put that there. Okay, okay. Ta-da! You can sit on the beds.
Players are asked to enter their personal details like their phone number and enable their webcam and microphone, setting the stage for a series of challenges that blended the virtual and real worlds. The game's graphics were impressive for its time, and it included various tasks that increased in intensity. The game starts with the
I just murdered her!
dark room, taking photos to light up your surroundings, until you eventually stumble upon and take a photo of a girl sitting in the dark. The challenges were designed to be more engaging by breaking the fourth wall, like in one of the puzzle rooms filled with photos of people, where you have to find a specific photo. What you don't initially realize is that the photo you're trying to find was secretly taken with your webcam to be displayed within the game. One of the more unsettling features was the game's ability to call your phone in real life and instructions to escape the hotel. And keep in mind that the game can only be played from 6 to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., so you'd likely be called in the middle of the night. Now, strangely enough, Hotel 626 was revealed to be an advertisement for Doritos. Yes, Doritos, with no direct product placement, no references, and not really anything suggesting it had to do with Doritos. Its success led to a sequel, Asylum 626, which pushed the interactive elements further by integrating players' Facebook friends into the experience by posting on your Facebook about the game without you knowing. However, this sequel faced criticism for lacking the original's creativity and for a promotion that required you purchasing a bag of Doritos to progress in the game. Despite its brief existence, Hotel 626 still stands out for how unique it was for the time. The actual advertisement campaign was intended to revive discontinued Doritos flavors, yet the game itself left a much larger impact. Goggle.com is an example of a practice known as typo squatting, which is essentially what it sounds like, squatting on the misspelling or typo of a popular website's domain name. In this case, the typo is obviously for Google.com, one of the most visited websites in the world. Typo squatting is when someone registers a domain that's just a misspelled version of a popular website, hoping to catch people who make a typo when entering the website address. When you mistakenly visit Goggle, instead of finding what you are looking for, your device will be infected by the malware-laden website, where you're spammed with error messages and random pop-ups. Thisman.org is quite a fascinating website. It's all about a mysterious figure that, believe it or not, a bunch of people around the world claim they've seen in their dreams. The story goes that there was a sketch of a guy that was supposedly drawn by someone who kept seeing them in their dreams. Once they'd posted the image to the internet, loads of other people started saying the same thing, that they'd also seen the man in their dreams. The website's main goal is to connect all these people. It's like a hub for sharing their experiences and trying to figure out who this guy is and why he's popping up in so many different people's dreams in all sorts of different scenarios. Now here's what I found more intriguing. When you actually read the dream descriptions on the website, the man doesn't come off as some nightmarish figure. A lot of people describe him as a comforting presence and someone who makes them feel safe. This has obviously sparked all sorts of theories, with some people thinking that he might be some sort of divine being, while others reckon his face is just so average that it's the brain's default version of a man, which I think is most likely. The website is interactive too. There's even a contact page where you can send in your own dream experiences. Whether this man is a product of our collective subconscious or something more, thisman.org is definitely one of those websites that makes you think about the mysterious way our brains work. LastMealProject.com is a website that focuses on the last meals of people who are executed. It's kind of straightforward. You get to see a photo of the person with their last meal choice displayed over their mugshot. But the website isn't just about what these people ate last. It's more about the broader topic of the death penalty, which shows a variety of cases, from those who might not have actually deserved the death penalty to those who are actually found innocent after their execution. Staggering Beauty is a unique website where you're greeted by a simple worm-like figure that follows your mouse movements. There's a very important heads up to know about this site. It contains extreme flashing lights that can trigger those with light-sensitive epilepsy. The site even has its own warning, so it's best to be cautious. The basic idea is simple. You move your mouse, and the figure on the screen follows along. However, when it comes to moving your mouse faster, as you increase the speed of your mouse movements, the website transforms from a calm, flowing motion to a burst of flashing lights and loud heavy metal-like music. It's actually one of the sites that you might randomly land on if you use something like uselessweb.com. Planecrash.info.com is a comprehensive archive that lists plane crashes from all over the world. It's quite detailed, cataloguing crashes with information like the number of fatalities, the location, the flight number, and the airline involved. It's structured in a way that makes it easy to understand the various aspects of each crash. One of the more somber features of the site is a section that includes the last recorded words from flights, usually from the cockpit voice recorder. These recordings capture the final moments before the crash and can be quite heavy to listen to. The website covers unusual and rare causes of plane crashes. For example, there's an incident mentioned where on an Indian Airlines flight, a vulture crashes through the cockpit window and kills the co-pilot, causing the plane to crash. HouseGroup.com is a rather unique website that documents houses with a history of various incidents. These include confirmed homicides, involvement in drug-related activities, and even reports of paranormal activities. It's kind of like a database for houses with intriguing or troubled pasts. One of the features of the site is that it allows you to search for houses in your own area, which can give you insights into the events that might have taken place in properties near you, which you might pass by every day without realizing their history. Like this house in Ontario, Canada, that was the home of Corporal Marie-France Comer, who was murdered by the extremely infamous Colonel Russell Williams. The paranormal section of the website is particularly interesting as it contains stories of some alleged hauntings or other explained phenomena. So HouseGroup.com basically offers a unique window into the lesser-known histories of properties, blending the factual with the slightly more mysterious. Lamando.com is an online horror puzzle game created by a developer known as Nahita. It's set in a haunted amusement park called Fancy Island. In the game, you play as an unnamed protagonist referred to as you or the visitor. The game cleverly masks its sinister nature with an exterior that seems cute and innocent, luring visitors in. However, once inside, the player discovers a transformed park filled with puzzles, cryptic codes, and of course, ghosts. The gameplay is a mix of exploration and RPG-style battles. Also, solving puzzles and navigating through the maze-like park are key aspects. Battling against various enemies are crucial to progress, and obtaining codes that are essential for further advancement in the game. Solamando.com offers a unique gaming experience, blending classic Japanese horror elements with puzzle-solving RPG battles. 1x60 is, well, I feel like this could apply to all the websites, but it's very unique. To access it, you need to hit 1 60 times on your keyboard and then .com. It's definitely not your everyday website. Once you're there, what you'll find is a collection of images where Arnold Schwarzenegger is photoshopped into various characters from Sailor Moon. Though as you move your cursor around the page, you'll notice images and pictures that pop up momentarily. The only clickable thing on the page is the enter button at the bottom, which takes you to another similar page where Photoshop pictures of Tony Blair's face on Margaret Thatcher's body. You click enter again on this page and it takes you to another Photoshop masterpiece with American politicians as characters from Lord of the Rings. This goes on for dozens and dozens of pages, including Photoshops of North Korean leaders and a few of George Bush. Now we need a little bit of backstory for this one. Margaret Lillian Adams, better known by her YouTube alias Maggie Bon, began her online journey in 2006. Her videos were simple yet certainly unique, as she would just stare at the camera, though she would start every one of her videos by introducing herself, as well as saying goodbye at the end of her brilliant videos. This minimalist approach surprisingly caught the attention of quite a wide audience, with her channel today seeing at well over 100,000 subscribers. By 2010, she was a well-recognized figure on YouTube, though her rise in popularity led to opportunities beyond YouTube. In 2008, she was involved with various projects in Japan, including a TV deal with a Japanese streaming company, and an appearance in a TV show called Midtown TV. She even appeared at the Tokyo Film Festival and did voice acting in the film Blue Symphony. However, alongside her growing fame, Maggie Bon attracted some unwelcome attention. notably from an individual who created MaggieBond.com. Initially thought to be named Frank, this person posted videos and messages that displayed an unsettling obsession with Maggie Bond. The content on the site was obviously made to disturb Maggie Bond and those who watched. In one of Frank's videos, he directly references Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, which is a romantic comedy. Though later, it was revealed that Frank was actually Joachim Dunung, a digital art student conducting a social experiment. He exploited Maggie Bond's internet fame to explore different online behaviors and reactions. In his eyes, his project was successful in terms of attracting attention and stirring debate, highlighting the curious dynamics of internet fame and the impact it can have on people. Maggie Bond ceased uploading to her YouTube channel in 2014, though despite the unnerving experience with her pretend stalker, she's maintained a presence on social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter, indicating that she's more than moved past this strange chapter in her life. EnrixAngelFire.com. It's obviously hosted on Angelfire, a web hosting service, and the site initially doesn't seem too out of the ordinary. However, as you dive in, things get more perplexing. The website revolves around something called Enrix, which is described as some sort of disease, as well as referring to something called Gomex syndrome. Gomex is described as a genetic mutation affecting glandular tissue. But here's where things get slightly weird. A quick internet search reveals that neither Enrix or Gomex seem to exist outside the realm of this website. The site features a few pages accessible via the header bar. On the homepage is a photo of a person who looks like a doctor and some numbers in the corner. When you click on the photo, it slightly distorts, and if you click it more, it distorts more and more with each click, and the text on the site starts to become more jumbled and nonsensical. If you persist in clicking the photo, you eventually reach a page with a smiley face and a message saying, "Please wake up. Thank you for visiting our website." Another page simply titled Enrix shows a blue key with more distorted text. Clicking the key takes you back to the homepage, but there's also a bypass login link that leads to a page with a message about the dream ending and the Persephone number station video, which actually originates from an ARG linked to the TV show Lost, but it seems to have just been stolen by Enrix Angelfire. Interestingly, some Reddit users have further delved into the site's imagery. The photo of the woman on the homepage is apparently from the Bangkok Dental Clinic website, but why it was used specifically remains a mystery. Another Reddit user claimed to have found a PDF link to the site, supposedly directing them to a non-existent Thai mental health hotline, but this link seems to have disappeared. Grotto.faith includes 5 unique sections: Bornless, Crypt, Chernobyl, Ezekiel, and Solomon. Each of these sites offer a distinct interactive experience, but they all share somewhat of a mysterious and enigmatic vibe. Starting with Bornless.grotto.faith, this site has a religious theme. When you enter, you'll hear a speech that sounds like it's about Jesus Christ and religion, and scrolling down there's a button simply labeled Enter. Clicking on it takes you to a page with a color-changing background and some ominous music. The main section here is a search bar that functions like a magic 8-ball, answering the questions that you type in. If you then enter the main door, a crudely drawn person asks you if you want to ascend. Saying yes does basically nothing, and saying no takes you to what looks like hell, saying they know this place better anyways. Once you've sat there for a minute, you'll be taken to a map. Most of these little dots marking the map take me to a 404 error, but this one took me to Jimmy's World, an ugly page with what I guess is Jimmy just floating around. Moving on to Crypt, this one has a creepier vibe. The homepage shows a floating moon with the word Crypt. Clicking on it causes a glitch effect with static, and in the next screen you'll see 3 floating objects: a question mark, a train, and a glass of milk. Clicking on the train offers a choice between heaven and hell. Choosing hell brings you to a page with an inverted cross cursor, and then redirects you back to the distorted homepage. Clicking on any of the options from here takes you further down into hell, until you reach this maggot-infested page with a heart. Clicking on the heart adds it to your inventory, which I didn't even realize was a thing until I got it. Though the heaven option doesn't lead anywhere significant. The milk and question mark options present different scenarios, like interacting with a milkman or wise old man, with pre-programmed questions or responses. Talking with the milkman didn't do anything for me, but talking with the old man eventually led him to offer me some tea. Drinking the tea takes you to a page with Alcazar Uk the Impenetrable. I imagine you have to solve a small puzzle to get through him, but I honestly couldn't figure it out. The Chernobyl page of the site doesn't really seem to have anything on the page, apart from a little passage from the Bible and 2 torches. And Ezekiel.grotto.faith is strange to say the least. This little creature encourages you to walk with him. If you click walk, he says he's God, and he'll prove it by slaughtering all that you know. Finally, Solomon.grotto.faith is more straightforward. The main clickable element is a link to an 8-page PDF about masculine and feminine symbolism in the Kabbalah. The website also features various symbols, numbers, and names, but I couldn't figure out any of their meanings. A ColumbineSite.com is a detailed archive dedicated to the tragic events that occurred at Columbine High School in 1999. The website serves as a comprehensive resource for those looking to understand more about what happened on that day. The site provides a vast array of information, including profiles on the victims, as well as the perpetrators, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. It offers a factual and straightforward account of the events, including photos, videos, and news clips from the time.
We can't have any weapons in school grounds because it's been expelled and all that stuff. But all school grounds we can use our computers.
Did Tana tell you when we were gonna go?
Well, she never called me back.
Oh.
That's why I don't expect her.
Well, I made it so you can ride the animals.
Oh, nice. You can take her for a ride.
No, they just stay there.
You want to go see Melody?
Sure.
Okay. I'll try to call them too. Worst case scenario, I don't know. We'll do something.
The giraffe's name is Bob.
Bob the giraffe.
Yeah, and then the elephant's name is Joe.
Joe, mama. Let's see here. David. Hey, what are you doing? Oh. No, we shouldn't.
Another page I landed on, there's an animation of spiders that appear to crawl across your screen. You'll also find some pages that lead to downloadable files like zip files. I was also able to find another page that might have held the password to these PDFs. However, for safety reasons, I opted not to download anything from the website. The overall purpose or end game of the website isn't very clear. It seems like more of just an exploration of web designs and interactive elements than a site with a specific goal or message. Intercam.org is a digital directory, sort of like an online phone book, but instead of phone numbers, it's listing live feeds from unsecured surveillance and CCTV.
So Ava wants to do something like play with Melody. Yeah, no, I was gonna say maybe. Uh huh. Yeah, no. Yeah, totally. I get it. Well, oh, fuck. I guess we could try to figure out how to work it. Maybe I could take Ava over there and she could hang out with them.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'll see if that'll work, maybe. Okay. Yeah, no, I understand that completely. Oh, yeah, no, I hear you. Oh, I get it 100%. Because it fucking drives me crazy, too. If this shit's clean and then you fucking have somebody come over and it's just, ba-bam! It's all blasted out. Yeah. I know the feeling. Well, yeah, we'll start heading that way here in a couple minutes, and then I'll hit you up when I get close. All right. Cool. Late. All right. We're gonna go down there.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you if it works out this way, would you mind going over and hanging out with over at Julie's mom's house
I don't care.
with Melody and Julie and them?
I don't care.
Okay. That was the only thing they were thinking. So, all right. Let me get my shit together, I guess. I was gonna go hang out with Julie, but yeah, for a minute.
I put a saddle on Bob.
Oh
The giraffe's name is now Bob Jr.
yeah. Yeah, Bob Jr.
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying it like that is because I have candy in my mouth.
Oh.
It's a fruit too. Is vanilla a fruit? I don't know,
It's
because
a
we're
bean.
well, then that's not a fruit too. That's a bean too. Because I was eating I'm eating a fruit too, but a fruit chew. A fruit chew.
Oh.